We now welcome Clint Ives, County Commissioner for Precinct 4 and the incumbent candidate in this Victoria County primary election. Welcome to Community Crossroads.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And so, Commissioner, talk to us about your time in office and what you're focusing on in this re-election campaign.
Sure. So, took office in January of 2011. Early on, within the first 4 to 6 years of being in office, my primary focus was our county road infrastructure. We were behind when I took office. We were behind with obsolete roads, gravel roads, roads that were in disrepair. So we spent the first 4 to 6 years primarily focusing on a lot of obsolete roads and bringing them up to modern standards. We're still grinding away at our aging infrastructure. It's compounded by challenges with growth, along with oil and gas, along with exponential expansion of some of our farming industries south of Inez in the Precinct 4 area. But we're making headway.
Definitely.
And we're certainly proud of the improvements that we've made in the past 12 years.
And regular residents, they probably don't think about all of the impact our roads experience as our region being a crossroads area, especially during Eagle Ford. There is so much high traffic going through. And how do you manage those county roads?
It's a balancing act, and we have to get creative. Victoria County has been a conservative government for quite some time. And so our knee-jerk reaction is not to simply raise property taxes in order to generate more revenue to go towards our infrastructure. We've always sought out partnerships with TxDOT, any federal funding mechanism, grants, anything that's available to us. We're going to exhaust all of those options before we turn to the taxpayer. And we've been successful with that. During the Eagle Ford Shale, it was very destructive on our roads and bridges.
Yes.
Because you've all of a sudden you're inundated with overweight vehicles, pipelines. It's a destructive industry towards infrastructure just by nature. And fortunately, a year or two into that season, TxDOT through the legislative process opened up some funding for Victoria County. It was right under $1 million the first round, and we split that 4 ways in Commissioner's Court for the 4 precincts. That was around 2013, 2014, and that was a breath of fresh air for Precinct 4 because it gave us an opportunity to immediately go into some of these damaged roads.
And are a lot of the, damages being caused by weather now more so than traffic like back then?
Probably the most recent weather event that Precinct 4 has suffered is we had some historical flooding in May and June of 21. We had over 60 inches of rain in a 45-day window. Something I've never seen. I've lived in Precinct 4 my entire life. We had 4 back-to-back flash flood events. I lost a bridge on Ocelot Road. We had roads that were cut. We lost road material. It was catastrophic from a very, very local standpoint. Paired with, we did not receive a disaster declaration from the governor, which triggers state assistance following a flood event like that. And so our local precinct construction budget had to absorb those repairs. But we hunkered down and we got through it, and the bulk of those repairs have been made. We just poured our final pour of concrete on our bridge here about a week ago. So, we don't, with a conservative approach to budgeting and governing on the local level, we didn't immediately tap the taxpayers. Again, we got creative with our materials and our budgets, and we figured it out.
Well, your 10 plus years of experience in this position is invaluable to the community. Thank you for all the work that you've done over the years. So let's go ahead and share some of your info to our viewers who may be just tuning in.
Sure.
So Commissioner Clint Ives, he serves Precinct 4, and he has helped pave over 50 miles in new roads, and that's just since 2017. He helped halt the disposal of toxic sewer sludge and serves as a board member of the Industrial Education Foundation, and he is married to his wife, Jennifer, and they have 3 sons, Cole, John, and Max.
Max.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
And up next, don't go anywhere, we meet more candidates, part of the Victoria County primary election.